一下yum cha.
Great way to learn a language is to get out into the areas where the language is spoken and go up and talk to people and maybe order some food. But what happens if you're like a complete introvert and you don't want to go up and just start using your very elementary Mandarin or Italian or French or whatever language it is to get that confidence? Do you just not try at all? No, of course you don't. You have to give it a go. So, what I'm going to do is head into Chinatown and I'm going to go past the signs and the statues and all the bits and bobs that I see on a weekly basis. And apart from a few characters here and there, I don't actually know what it means when it's all put together. And I'm going to just grab some videos and then go away, figure out what it says, and then at a later date come back and explain it to you. Alright, let's go and explore. We are back in Chinatown. It has been 1 week since I said that I was going to take photos of signage written in Chinese characters, Hanzi, and then I was going to go home and figure out what they mean and then come back and share it with you. What I managed to do, typical of my style, was to find the most complicated thing I possibly could. I looked at these Chinese gates behind me. See those? Yes. Now they are called traditionally páifāng. Paifang used to be gates that allowed entrance into precincts in China, and this is back in, say, the Tang dynasty. And similar to how we have the city, we have like the council areas, and then we have the suburbs. Similarly, China had precincts that went down into smaller and smaller areas, down into the hutongs, which were like the little alleyways. Then they were separated out by gates, and each area was called a fang. I think I just repeated myself there. Anyway, you get the idea. By the time the Song dynasty kicked in, these paifang became more decorative, and to date they are still used to mark the entrance into places such as Chinatown, and they're absolutely beautiful. Right, let's go have a closer look. Check out this guy's number plate. No break. Right, here we go. Shangwei, comfort. Qian Qian, sages of the past. Qin, stating or display. Zhonghua are new, children or sons and daughters of China. Jianxin, hardships. Chuangye, pioneer or enterprise. Jingli, experience. Jia, down. Jing, to warn or alarm. Houshi, late generation or descendants. Chu, to promote or urge. Yanhuang, Zheosun, which is the descendants of Yanhang tribe, or children of the Yellow Emperor. Jin Lao, industrious. Keku, assiduous. Cheng Gung, successful. what does this actually mean? What is the deeper historical statements here? I'm here at the Chinese School of Music and Arts, and a very lovely but anonymous gentleman has agreed to assist me in figuring out what this all means. Because when I'm out there, I think I butchered the translation or the pronunciation more appropriately. And yeah, we're going to go through the meanings.
上位先贤承中华儿女艰辛创业经历，下井后世处炎黄子孙勤劳刻苦成功。
So that's
What happened? These two words are verbs. These are verbs. In a sentence, you need a verb, you see? So these two are the verbs. And this, as you say, these are the a phrase. These two are the phrase. Yeah. And this is up and down.
yeah.
Up means our ancestors. The true meaning is ancestor, not the 先贤 means our ancestors.
Oh, okay, right.
This one literally means ancestor. We respect ancestor, so we call them sage. We use the word sage. When we use the word sage or sages, we are respecting our ancestor, the honor our ancestor, your parents, my beloved father, you see, or my beloved mother, you see. So that's a respectful, you see. Whether he loves you or not doesn't matter, but he's my most beloved parents. So the sages actually refer to my ancestors. So on a higher, looking upward, I want to comfort, my ancestors, to demonstrate me as the children of Chinese descendants, that they have gone through a hardship, of establishing their their works. And then here is towards the future, to my future generations, for to urge or to alert, or to warn that the future generation versus my ancestors. So the future generations, looking forward, looking down is forward, looking forward to warn the future generations to upkeep, to upkeep them, or to motivate them, or to encourage them as a future generation. This is a generation, future generations of the Chinese traditions, to be striving, hardworking towards success.
Right.
So this is a future, is a success for the future generation. For the past generations is to recognize their hardship, that they've gone through, the path they've gone through. So this is experience. This literally means experience, but it actually means what they have done in the past.
Okay.
And this is our future. It's very, very profound meaning. The one who wrote this, I know him.
Wow, really? Like the guy who
He's
actually painted this?
Han Yi-shen. He's a doctor. He's a medical practitioner.
Oh, wow.
He's a medical practitioner. very well done. Yes, he's a pretty because he walked in. He's I think he's quite a senior person.
So did he? So he actually wrote, I guess, the phrases. So it's not like the standard phrase that you would find on every
It's not the
gate.
same. It's not the same. Yes.
Okay, so each gate has its own message.
You can write anything you like.
Oh, okay.
There's no standard. There's no standard. Nothing standard. But this 3 word, I think, is somewhere else because it's a Chinese gate. It's already somewhere in China. Because there are so many gates in China, and some gate they use is Chinese gate. Yeah. So I believe that.
再见。